So, despite there being an update, the developers haven't mentioned the Easter leaks, or Ducky's Revenge, in the update log. But there are some leaks for it. So firstly, we'll go off with the event thing, Roblox events notification, whatever it's called. Notify me, obviously. Ducky Revenge, the Duck Dimension. Right, okay, so it looks like we're going to invade their dimension. Unlike enemies invading our dimensions, we're invading the Duck Dimension, apparently. They've been isolated and forgotten. Now, one smart duck has discovered something that finally shifts power into their head. Or hand, sorry. Whatever they're building, it's almost ready. Now, firstly, I would like to point out, ducks don't have hands. They have wings. Secondly, one smart duck. Oh my god, as Nerd Ducky, didn't we not kill Nerd Ducky? Nerd Ducky being this person here. This person, I thought we killed because it fell out of the belly of, Ducky Doom here. It's in the belly of Ducky Doom, the original Ducky Doom here. And it's sort of assumed that we killed it, but apparently not. So this is the this is the next leak of the thumbnail, I guess, or the next render leak here. Unfortunately, we don't have an image name for this, but it's very obvious that this is Ducky Doom. Now, as you can see here, I assume these are P3 NGUs, or Pingus, I'm going to say for now. They look like they can fly. Now, interestingly, previously, actually, where the P3 NGUs back in 2022, they could actually fly. However, they can only fly for like a short period of time before landing, before they counted as a ground enemy. However, because there are more towers with flying that can detect flying, and there are consumables that allow us to detect flying, even though I don't know if this is going to be an event where consumables will be allowed. Because of that, I think these might be permanent flying enemies, and you might need like flying towers that can detect flying enemies to actually kill these, given the fact they are flying, and it looks like they have boosters on their backs. Although not their feet. Yeah, it does look like jetpacks on their back. So jetpack joyride settings. Furthermore, this actually looks like a conveyor, which it looks like a path actually. So it looks like there's going to be a path for this map, and also some explosive thing here. So these look like the bread crates that we've seen previously. But there's something here that looks like it's glowing and about to explode. Is this Real Madrid's chances of winning the Champions League? No, but more importantly, Ducky Doom here. It's very different from the Ducky Doom that we saw previously, because in that series, we didn't actually see the chainsaws. The chainsaws came underneath its wings when it expanded them out. And the guns, they don't actually look like miniguns. They're actually just shotguns of some kind. Whereas here, the miniguns are very visible. And the chainsaw, very visible. And the trundle wheels, here, they look like very standard tank-like. They don't have spikes at the end of these. Here, it's very spiky. In fact, this Ducky Doom is very spiky in comparison. Here, it's got horns. Here, it's got spikes on the top of its head, which looks like some skinhead. Or it makes it look like a skinhead. And the shotguns on the side of its wings actually do appear to still be here. So these things here, except here, it looks like there's 3 of them instead of just 2 of them here. So it looks like it's going to get even more powerful attacks. Now, obviously, this is just a visual thing. We don't know if these attacks are going to be more powerful in the actual gameplay. Also, is it me, or does this look like some trucker thing that's attached to Ducky Doom? All of a sudden, instead of this being, I don't know, automated whatever, it's now a truck. It's a transformer. We got a transformer Ducky here. Furthermore, this is Ducky Revenge 2 squared, because the previous event was called Doom's Revenge. Well, the map, it was called Doom's Revenge. So here it's now called Ducky Revenge. So it's another revenge subplot. Like, what's going on? Why is there been who are we pissed off that there's had to 2 attacks that are called revenge attacks by the ducks? Also, what is this tube-like thing here? It's giving Perry the Platypus vibes. Now, I am aware that Phineas and Ferb has just been announced for a 5th series all of a sudden. But is this tube attached to Ducky Doom? It kind of looks like it, but then I don't think it is. Also, the settings can't really be much cannot be said about it because it's all red. But there's a trailer. So, having seen this trailer, it does look like that this is going to be integrated somehow into the theme of the God Cube, whatever arc, or not necessarily the arc of the Children of Exo, but a God Cube fragment, similar to the Corrupted Hasm. So we'll just hear what the commander or the dispatch has to say.
Alright, this should be a simple mission. Using the keycard, it slid us to a God Cube fragment within a duck realm.
So a God Cube fragment in a duck realm, basically. This is what this is. So this is actually their domain. So all the leaks saying that it's a totally different map to what we've seen before, that's true, because it's not our domain. It is the duck domain. And in fact, those are the only dispatcher's lines. So we can just take everything for face value here. As you can see, there are actually 2 paths here. And in fact, these look pretty short. So it looks like there's an orange path that goes here, 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 then across to here, and then up to there. There's a blue path that goes there, 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 and then there. So, 2 paths map here, not defend the center. Additionally, looks like these bricks here. It's like, I did say it's like toy board, and you can see it's actually quite similar to toy board. So here you got the Osama bin Laden duck, and then you got the pilot duckies. Okay, fair enough. Then you got the long ducks, which are also hidden, and someone's collecting a logbook here, very clearly. What are these flight attendant duckies? They look suited up duckies, basically. Then you got the long ducks, which have, like... Are they the ones with, like, the boink effect? Or is that something else? It does look like it's the long ducks, because they can peck down and stun towers. But it could be, like, the... No, it is this. So, as you can see, long duck... Yeah, boink. It boinked the minigunner here. Okay. Personally, I'd see that as harassment from the minigunner. I think I'd sue in this dimension. Unfortunately, I don't think... they can sue. So here, it looks like, this is part of the lore, this pilot ducky with glasses, or is this Nerd Duck? This is actually Nerd Duck. Attempting to go to the portal. Where did TDS go? Starving, please send us bread. We need more bread. They're begging for bread. So they're actually homeless and poor, and we didn't give them any bread. Okay. Quack, please reopen. No, they're just guilt tripping us. They guilt trip this person, or this Nerd Duck, to opening the portal. And God Cube fragment. These are similar to the interdimensional portals that we saw in Outpost 32. So it looks like this is some social manipulation going on here. Right, so what else can we see here? The mortar. Oh, and I missed out an entire different path. So as you can see here, there's a green path and a yellow path here. So actually, 4 paths. Furthermore, different paths here as well. Although, is it being said, does it look like it goes towards that center thing? It looks like it kind of does. Then again, I don't know. Yeah, actually, no, the ducks look like it's on the other side, look like they head towards it. So it looks like it's a map of 2 halves. So, probably likely that it'll be quad, unlike previous events, which have been trio only. Then again, it could be a complicated type of trio, and it could not be that difficult. Then again, the developers, or whoever's doing this, it looks like they're using explosive towers. So, it looks like those towers are going to be useful here. Also, by the way I paused it, these look like very fat ducks, or very elongated ducks. So from this screenshot alone, you do have the fat duckies. They don't have any helmets. But then you do have the domestic terrorism duckies. Then you have the devil duckies, or the evil duckies seen there. So those look like early game enemies. And then you see here, you've got the pilot duckies. Then you've got the rocket launcher duckies, which probably stun towers. Yes, you can see the quack effect. These effects look really cool. They're giving Spider-Man-esque vibes. Not the Tom Holland ones, the ones from Into the Spider-Verse. Those type of ones. That cartoon style from Sony, basically. What else you can see here? You can see Ducky, the evil duckies. Those look like... And they actually do have that death animation. So as you can see, they collapse over like they tripped over something. Furthermore, you've got Grandma Ducky here. So we're attacking a Grandma. So attacking a OAP here. We also see eggs in the arse of this duck. Now, is it actually following the arse? Is this like a boost or whatever? No, it looks like they're actually rolling eggs. So egg rolls are going to return as well. What is this? We see the death animation of a fat duck, the death animation of a explosive ducky. It doesn't look like it explodes, but then it could be a delayed reaction. Well, so we've got the pilot duckies, an actual pilot ducky. So the other ones, they look like pilot assistants or whatever, pilot flight attendants. Meanwhile, here we got actual flying duck. Actually, are these going to be flying? These actually no, they are flying. Okay. So you got flight attendant duckies, pilot duckies. Are those ducks flying? Is the fat duck? Was the flat duck? The fat duck looked like it was flying. Then you look like so the grandma ducks look different to whoever these guys are, like the mama ducky, basically, with their hair band rolls or whatever. And it looks like they have the eggs, so it looks like they actually spawn in eggs. Now, if they die or not, well, it could be similar to the Builder Elf, basically, when they just spawned in elves. And these eggs could just be thrown in by the mama ducks, whatever, or the shower ducks. I don't know what they're going to be called. Or it could be like if they die, they drop their eggs, even though the eggs look very large in comparison to the ducks themselves. And then finally we have Ducky Doom. But also we have like, what is it? I know this entire theme is about pilot ducks for some reason. But then what is this? Captain Ducky here. This fat looking bloke. Fair enough. And it looks like this Ducky here. It looks like it looks at a tower. And oh, it's got a flamethrower. Miniguns. Rocket launchers. More miniguns, but no chainsaws, as we saw previously. Okay. And as I mentioned previously, it looks like a Megatron because of its wheels. It's no longer tank tracks, it's actual wheels. Okay. So, interesting trailer. So, this update is being released on the 16th of April. So, that's basically next week. Next week is going to be an update. So, so much for the developers saying that they're going to convert into bi-weekly updates. No, they're still doing weekly updates. Fair enough. It also looks like this event is going to last not that long. Only 2 weeks, basically, up till the 30th of April. Now, is that long enough to have a battle pass? I don't know. It doesn't look like there's a battle pass from the stuff seen here. It's just towers. But then again, the battle pass stuff could be later. Okay. Oh, and I was right. The gas cylinder here, whatever, looks like it is a motorized duck of some kind. Very cool, I must say. So it just looks like we've got a more powerful version of Ducky Doom. I'm not complaining about it. It's very cool, I guess. So, Duck Hunt events ×2, except ×3. Ducky's Revenge events, actually, coming next week. Very cool. Also, I just realized what the dispatch says, using the key card. So these are events following on from Outpost 32. Sentinel Raminal has led us into a trap into the Duck realm. So, technically, we're the ones doing the invasion.